Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Oh, hi, dear ones. Welcome back to the podcast. So good to chat with you today. Happy July. Happy summer. We are a couple of days past my 24th wedding anniversary, which was so fun. We've had quite the last couple of weeks, you guys. So the 2 weeks ago now, oh my gosh, it's hard to believe, was our live event in Knoxville called Love is Magic. So if you were there, I'm so grateful I got to hug you and see you. You guys, you need to join Life Mentoring School just to come to our live event every year. It is insane. We actually started the event, which the actual event was on Saturday, but we started the festivities on Wednesday night, and I had all my team over to my house we had a party on the dock. We did some boating. I hired the most adorable hibachi chef that brought his Blackstone and made dinner for us. It was so delicious. Cooking with Caulfield, I think, is who he is on Instagram. It was so good. And then Thursday morning, 70 of us, you guys, 70 of us, drove to Newfound Gap to the top of the Smokies and hiked Andrews Bald. That was amazing. It was like the quintessential Smokies hike. It was misty and cloudy and gorgeous. And then the sun came out, and I mean, it was just everything. They always say, if you don't like the weather in East Tennessee, just wait 15 minutes. It was definitely true on that hike. And then Thursday evening, we had a VIP dinner, which was insane. I don't know if you're watching this on YouTube. We had a lady come and do permanent jewelry. So they basically put jewelry on you that doesn't have a clasp. It's so cool. So I got a couple of fun bracelets and got to meet so many of my students and clients and hug on them and get pictures, and just hearing their stories was so amazing. So if you're one of those that I got to hug on Thursday night, I love you so much. And then Friday of the week was our coach graduation. So if you don't know, I have a program that certifies Christian life coaches, and our next enrollment for that will be in October. So you can get on the wait list for that. I'll put the link in the show notes. And we had 180 coaches graduate this year, you guys. 180. I couldn't believe it. So we had a luncheon. It was so beautiful to see their faces and meet them, a lot of them in person for the first time. So great. And then Friday night, we had their actual graduation, and then the most epic dance party you have ever seen in your life. Literally, we danced for 3 hours. Actually, part of the reason why I wanted to talk about this today, did I even say the topic? The topic is say yes to your life. Say yes to your next adventure. And what are the things keeping you from yes? So I was looking at my Oura ring, you guys. I think I got 18,000 steps that day, most of them from dancing. I'm pretty sure we danced for 3 straight hours. And it made me so thankful that I said yes to my health a few years ago. And I got strong and healthy and can dance for 3 hours at 54 years old. It made me so very grateful. And even the hike that we did the morning before. And so we had so much fun. We hired a DJ and we gave him a playlist, which was a very tame, very much my vibe playlist that had, the theme of our event was love story. Say yes to your love story. And so, of course, we had Taylor Swift's Love Story on there, which we played multiple times, but also just some of my favorite country songs. This guy went rogue, you guys. He played some just straight up, if I had known the lyrics, probably raunchy rap songs. It was fun to dance to, but let me tell you something. Those women knew all the words. So I'm going to be like, y'all. It was crazy. We had so much fun. It was great. It was actually great music, and the way he mixed it together was so good. I'm just kind of glad I didn't know all the lyrics. And then Saturday was the actual event, which was just from start to finish, unbelievable. So
you really need to get in our program and get to the live event next year. We had about 350 women there. This is our fifth time, I think, to do it, fifth or sixth. It's our fifth time to do it the way we've been doing it. I've been doing this kind of live event for a while, but anyways, it was so insane. We just had the best time. It just filled me up so much, because when you do the kind of work that I do, where it's mostly talking to a camera, being on a computer screen, seeing your client. I do get to see my clients on Zoom and interact with them, but being in person, nothing else like it, you guys. Nothing else like it. So definitely worth spending so many amazing days and all the energy that required, which brings me to, and then after that, we had our family over for the 4th of July, which was amazing. We did tons of wake surfing and just having a ball together. And then they all left on Sunday morning. Stevie and I went to church, and Tom went to church, went to lunch, and then came home and just wake surfed ourselves, just the two of us on our anniversary for like 2 hours. It was so fun, except for the tiny little part where Stevie was trying to teach me how to drive the boat while he surfed, while he was actually in the water. And I'm like, okay, I need more lessons than this, but turned out just fine. I had my best wake surfing ever. And it made me so thankful, you guys, that I can say yes to the things in my life that I want to say yes to. Every Friday when I'm with my grandbabies, it makes me so glad that I said yes to getting strong and healthy, being emotionally resilient, so that I can say yes to that. So my question for you today is, are you willing to say yes to the next version of your life, to the next version of you? Are you willing to say yes to your next adventure? Are you willing to say yes to your next love story, whatever that is? Love story was the theme of our live event. And I talked about the love story that Stevie and I have with Tom, that we've cultivated over the last 5 years. As you know, our adoption was final this year, and it's been such an incredible journey. And so I've been very tender and very raw and very reflective of the last 5 years. And really we've known him and had him in our lives really for the last 9 years. So just the love story that we've cultivated there, and being able to say yes to that at our stage of life. I'm so very grateful. And I think that we underestimate what it takes to say yes to our highest selves, to the life we really want to cultivate. And I think I have noticed in my own life that it has been a willingness to keep cultivating strong habits in my life that make me physically more resilient, mentally more resilient, emotionally more available and resilient. And those are exactly the habits that I've been cultivating over the last 5 or 10 years, exactly what I teach in my program. And over and over and over again, it just pays off in spades. And I want you to think about for yourself. I had somebody from our program reach out and say something that was so profound. She said, after I think she had watched the live event virtually. We sold virtual tickets so that people who couldn't come could really enjoy the talks and enjoy it. And she made the comment that she really wanted to get herself healthier so that she could enjoy dancing. She said it was so inspiring to hear you guys talk about dancing for that long. And she's like, for my son's wedding, I really want to get to a point where I can really do that and enjoy it. And I think what a powerful why we would want to do that, why we would want to make the sacrifice, do the hard work that is required to get ourselves to a place physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, where the things that we really want in this life, we can get those. We can say yes to those because we have been willing to do the work required in the background to get ourselves to that place. And I'm always talking to my ladies over 40 that this is so important. At our live event, you guys, it was crazy because we have these young girls in their 20s, which we love. Katie, that does our marketing, my daughter, Emmy, Angela's daughter, Phoebe. We had 2 of Emmy's dear friends that did certification this time, and their young energy was so inspiring. Just the way they do everything with just so much humor and so much energy and so much fun. I think we all need a good dose of that. But in order to really be able to keep up with them and enjoy that, we got to do some work, you guys. And it takes work, and it takes some dedication, and it takes some sacrifice, and it takes really being willing to ask ourselves, okay, what is it that's keeping me from the thing that I love? And, I just got back an hour or so ago from a really intense workout at CrossFit. And it had runs in it, like 400-meter runs. And then we had to do 12 pull-ups, and then we had to do 18 weighted, like overhead lunges. And we did 4 rounds of that. So we, head out for the run. And I notice ahead of me that there's these amazing friends that I have at my gym, but I could be all of their moms. And they were all running really fast and up there together. And I was, behind them. And it made me so thankful that, I'm not up there keeping pace with them in the run, but I'm kind of like keeping up, okay, for a girl my age. And it made me thankful that I have just been faithful to that over and over and over again for the past 7 years. And when you're in it, it feels like you're not making progress that fast. But then you just keep at it, and you keep making, these small improvements over time. And the compound effect of that is that you get to a place where you can't even believe it. You can't believe how strong you are. You can't believe how much you can run. You can't believe, where you are. And I even remember, I talked about this a little bit in my talk at the live event, but when I tore my ACL in 2019, I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, all of this work that I've done. And, what if I'm not able to get my mobility back and get my strength back? And I just kept showing up and kept working hard and kept going to therapy and kept doing the work. And now you can't even tell that I tore my ACL. But I feel like those are the things that we get from committing ourselves to the habits that give us the life that we want. Same way for mindset habits, like the belief habits that you have in your life are so important, because you will rise to the level of your beliefs. If you think you're not going to be able to do this is not possible for you, you'll prove yourself true. If you believe, I'm just getting started, this is going to be the best season of my life, I love saying yes to my next adventure, then you will also prove that true. So how can you have sort of that young, vibrant energy in your mind? How can you have that sort of, I can do it, this is going to be so worth it, and really cultivate that in your own mind? Same is true for your emotional life. I know that spending that many days being like open and vulnerable and available to my clients and just ready to share my own heart and hear their stories over and over again, I know that that's possible because of all the work that I've done in that area over the last few years of being able to accept and process my own emotions, as difficult as they are sometimes, and then learning the skills of creating the emotional life that I want by choosing what I want to believe about life, how I want to see my life, the perspective that I choose to live my life from, and then cultivating those emotional experiences that I really want. You can shift your emotional life. You can shift your emotional state and your emotional energy really by just practicing the beliefs that you want to practice and allowing that to cultivate in you this emotional life that you really want to live. So all of that has come from a lot of hard work and a lot of habits that I've been willing to practice daily. So I want to ask you, where in there do you see that you need more practice? Do you need more practice in the physical realm, in the mindset realm, in the emotional realm, in the spiritual realm? Like, where is it that you need some more practice? And I say it that way deliberately because this is not something that any of us just wake up and are good at. This is something that you cultivate over time. You practice it again, you fail, you get up, you keep practicing. And then pretty soon your life looks very different than it looked a month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago. So this is so worth doing, you guys, because this is actually how you experience your life. Do you experience a yes life? Can you say yes to the things that you really want to say yes to? Do you have the emotional capacity to say yes to relationships in the powerful way that you want to show up the way you want to in your life, in your relationships? Have you cultivated a really powerful, nourishing mindset that allows you to live the life that you want to live, that allows you to show up the way you want? And it doesn't come by accident. It comes by practicing it and by cultivation and by doing it with intention on purpose. So that is my word for you today. What do you want to say yes to, and what habits will support that yes in your life? All right. I love you so much. I will say this, you guys, we are doing something really special right now. I have a course called Unlock Your Metabolism. And for the next week or so, if you come and do that course with us and learn how to reset your metabolism so that you can physically begin to show up the way you want, you get a free trial of Life Mentoring School for 14 days. So if you want to try that out, if you want to do the Unlock Your Metabolism course and then get a free trial of Life Mentoring School, head over to ediewadsworthcoaching.com/metabolism reset. And you can practice that physical part with us. That is exactly how I started getting myself healthy again. It's a really good 30-day reset. And then again, you get 2 weeks for free inside my program. Okay. Love you so much. Can't wait to see you next time. Have a great day. Say yes to your amazing, big, beautiful life.